I'm in Salad and I saw Star Trek, the original series, A Private Little War. It is directed by Mark Daniels, written by Judd Crocus, and if you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. This episode starts with following the USS Enterprise, and they're going on this planet. This planet's a nice, peaceful planet. You know, they're surveying it. There seems to be a nice culture, a bunch of roots, a bunch of plants that can be used for medicinal purposes, right? Very peaceful civilization that lives there. James Kirk is personally friends with one of the guys, the leader. And what's fun is there's only a couple of threats, really. Like, for example, there's this weird albino gorilla kind of thing with spines on his back. It's a weird creature, but that's poisonous. That has a poisonous touch. And that's pretty much about it, right? Haha, wrong. Spock gets hit with an arrow that makes him bleed, and it has like some sort of poison, and it damages his internal organs, and so he is out. And also Spock has to go up. Woohoo, we're going up. And they all go back up, and they gotta beam up while there's like these villagers like, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. And now they're orbiting, but it looks like the Klingon are there, but the Klingon doesn't notice them there. So they're like, well, we're gonna keep our identity hidden. We're gonna have good old pal McCoy and Kirk beam down to the surface with knowing that you guys could just leave orbit at any given moment to avoid being seen by the Klingons. And we got Kirk is down there, and then he gets attacked by one of these creatures, and oh, we gotta deal with the poison. Hey, Enterprise, and they're already gone. So we gotta go to this tribe. Hey, can we get this guy? Can we get this guy that Kirk knows? I like seeing McCoy taking care of Kirk. It's honestly a pretty nice touch. It makes me think, oh man, McCoy really likes Kirk and respects Kirk as a friend and also as a commanding officer. Keeps him warm, takes those phasers, phases those rocks. I think it's pretty cool, honestly. So anyway, so we got this civilization, very peaceful, very nice people, and they just let them chill there. We gotta get the lady who knows how to get rid of the poison, and guess what? We got the lady. Takes his root, does a little cutting of her hand, puts the hand on the root and does a weird thing, and she's like, ah, he's mine, he is mine, he is mine. This is a weird ritual. I'm looking at this, I'm like, how does this take poison out of somebody's body? She's a witch, okay, but again, you didn't explain, how does this take poison out of someone's body? Like, I'm looking, I'm like, why is this happening? But it worked. It sure did work. Apparently, if you get healed by one of those chicks, you're now supposed to do whatever they say. Which makes me think, oh wow, those chicks have like a lot of power in society because of the fact that there's these poisonous creatures running around, that the only method of curing the poison is taking the poison guy to this chick who will perform the ritual and then have you under a spell for life. That seems a little OP for me. I don't like how much power this chick has in society, especially in a really peaceful society. She's over here like, oh, the villagers have guns. They have guns. Kirk's like, why do they have guns? They shouldn't have guns. They're like at the Iron Age. Why do you have these like really advanced weapons here? What's going on? You know, maybe there's some outside interference. I'm thinking it's the Klingons, and there's a freaking bee there. I don't like yellow jackets, okay? I don't like them at all. Anyway, so we got freaking Kirk's like, I'm thinking the Klingons did it, and I'm thinking that too. It was definitely the Klingons. There's not like hard proof of it yet. But this chick is really fiending for some weapons. She's like, we need to get some of those sticks as well, those fire sticks. We need to get them so we can defend ourselves. And of course, the mate that she is with, he's like, no, we gotta maintain peace. We gotta become peaceful. We gotta be peaceful people. Oh boy, I'm thinking that's not gonna last soon, honestly. Especially if we have the chick, she's trying to pull all the strings to make this violence happen, because it's classic women are evil, women are the root of evil, and now we got a classic Garden of Eden story over here. Oh man, we got the Klingon are actually confirmed to be giving a weapon these weapons towards this civilization, and they're telling them about how killing's awesome and cool and amazing, and you'll like it more than hunting. You'll feel a certain thrill from executing your enemies. And I'm like, no! Don't train them to be this cold-hearted. Don't train them to be Klingons. You don't want them to be Klingons. You want them to be, like, better than humans. You want them to be the best civilization in the world, the most peaceful one. They'll be able to advance a lot more when they're peaceful, maybe, possibly. I don't know, actually. Do you think war has progressed technology? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Anyway, so we got Kirk. He's like, well, the only way I can really deal with this is to teach other people how to do their weapons. And I do like McCoy over here. He's like, you're clearly under the spell of that chick, dude. Like, she wants those weapons and you're teaching the village how to shoot these weapons? I'm also like, Kirk, what are you doing? I thought you didn't want them to know about these weapons, but I guess you're now teaching them. He's like, you know what, the best defense is you have to teach them to be equal on both sides, or else one village is going to massacre another, you know? And I'm like, you know, I guess that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. As Kirk's like, oh yeah, let's just train them. Let's train them, get their weapons good. McCoy's like, you're under her spell. Wow, look who it is. It's the chick. She's over here. And yes, she likes to put people under her spell. She goes out to the woods with Kirk and like seduces him, and they have a little bit of a make-out kissu. And guess what? The husband of her is like, I'm gonna get you, Kirk. I really like how Kirk was saying, oh, he wouldn't kill anyone. He wouldn't go towards violence. And I'm like, the things that push men towards violence is usually men fighting over a woman. Usually. That and like resources, like oil or gold or whatever. It's usually resources, your life, or over a woman. That's usually what it is. So anyway, I really like how we got Kirk's over here kissing this lady. This husband's like, I'm gonna get you. And then, wow, there's this creature over here. This creature be like, I'm gonna get the chick. And I'm thinking, maybe this creature is doing a bit, right? Maybe the creature can talk to this chick somehow. That's what I'm thinking, because I don't trust her at all. She's done too much, and I'm thinking, there's too much shady stuff she's been doing. I'm not sure if I should trust her at all. So anyway, I really like how she's like, I'm attacked, and then Kirk is saving her. Oh yeah, thank you, Kirk, you did so good. Bap, I'm gonna steal your phaser now. Steals the phaser, one of those hand phasers. It goes to the tribe. Hey, I got one of the guys. Hey, we got a weapon to go against the guys. Woo! And I'm like, oh no, this is just gonna be like, as I like to call it, a dick measuring contest, where you take your wieners out and you measure them, but you know, in the form of firepower, is a dick measuring contest. And she's over here like, look at my big old penis, even though I don't have one. Look at my big old penis. It's over here. It's bigger than the others, guys. I don't know how to work it at all. And they're all starting to fight over it. The chick gets stabbed. Good on her. Good thing she got stabbed. I hated her, honestly. I never really trusted her. She gets stabbed. And so the guy who was originally like, I'm never gonna kill. I want to be all peaceful. He's like, I want to murder them all. I want to murder everyone who murdered my wife. And I'm like, it's just one person, guy. But Kirk's like, I don't know what to do here. We kinda got a situation on our hands. And also I like how Kirk and McCoy like jump at the Klingon. This episode, what did they do with the Klingon afterward? I guess the Klingon just kind of go. What happened to the Klingon? This episode, although it's a really good lesson on like human nature and how it takes certain factors for a very peaceful village to become violent. Where's the Klingon? I mean, you show the Klingon you show them negotiating, but you don't really show them leaving. I guess you also don't show the USS Enterprise leaving either. But I like, at the end, they're like, well, oops, this was supposed to be utopia, and guess we spoiled again, another Garden of Eden, but at least it wasn't us this time. It was the Klingon. And I'm like, all right, I guess so. We got, Kirk got his phaser back, which is good. I don't need all those guys dissecting the phaser to try to figure out how to use it. Oh God, how terrible that would be for the entire civilization. That'd be bonkers. Yeah, I have so many concepts to understand before they can even attempt to understand what's in the phaser. So I really like this episode. It's got like a few things that I'm like, well, it's whatever. Like the chick. Why does she not have power over Kirk? Why say the superstition? Oh, it's so Bones can be all like, oh no, she really wants to control you. You might be being controlled. And I'm like, maybe. But I do think it's a way to make it so these chicks have more power, maybe. I also can't tell if Kirk was being controlled at the end when he was doing a kissu because he just has so much riz. He has so much natural riz. He smooches on all the chicks that he can get. And so I'm thinking, maybe he wasn't controlled, maybe he is. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure about it, honestly. I gotta give this episode, it's a fun episode, but it just deserves like it's a 7.3 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one the platform really likes. That if you want a fast track boot review, you can do that for $20 dinos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like to help support the daily grindiness of all them daily movie reviews, go to this link tree, find the way you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews, and go here. And until next time, a mint salad sauce, you like my sour croutons and bacon bits. Boom! Beam me up!